What's up guys, Marco here. Today we are going to be breaking down or deconstruct Kanye West and Ty Dolla Sign's Burn. Hope you enjoyed the video. Burn is the 9th track on Kanye and Dolla Sign's newest album, Vultures Volume 1, containing a handful of unique tracks. But out of them all, I've chose Burn because not only is it the most unique on the album, but because this sounds like it's been pulled straight out of late registration. I mean, this really is prime 2005 Kanye. Apart from this, Dolla Sign's influence and participation in this project is heavily underrated, especially on Burn. I mean, his hook just sounds heavenly on this track. Apart from Kanye and Dolla Sign's lyrics and flow, this song also contains some great production. The song samples an older track called Love Me or Leave Me by Band of Bandits that ends up being a perfect choice for this type of song. The beat was produced by a handful of talented producers such as Azul, Morton Restorp, Christian, the legendary Trackster, Leon Thomas, and Kanye himself. But even though this song has some great production and thinking behind, it in fact is one of the shortest on the album, at only 1.51 minutes long. So, leaving the musical theory behind, let's jump straight into the video. So, as I mentioned earlier, this beat samples a song called Love Me or Leave Me. From here on, we're going to take the MP3 song and place it into an AI splitter to separate the song itself from the vocals. After splitting the song, we remain with the song itself, the bass and the drums. Once in FL Studio, we bring down the BPM of the project from 130 to 105 beats per minute. Now we're going to drag all 3 audio samples onto our sheet and cut down everything except for this specific portion right here. Once you've cut down everything besides this loop right here, we're going to pitch up all 3 audio files by 2 semitones. Now that we have the pitch and the loop sample in place, we just need to speed it up to fit the original song's tempo. Here's the progress so far. It's pretty close, but it needs some adjustments. As you've heard before, the main difference lies in the drums, so I went and split up the original song and took out only the drums. Here we can see there is quite a big difference, mainly in the drum presets themselves, seeing as the pattern is pretty much the same as the original sample. Now I just have to replicate the drum pattern. Luckily, I have all of the original drum presets that were used in the original track. If you want to gain access to those presets, I'll be opening a Patreon page pretty soon where there will be all breakdown presets, including the future ones and the Eraser Social presets. Which, by the way, I wouldn't mind if you'd check if you haven't already. So, moving on to the kick. The kick pattern is made out of 3 different kick patterns. This drum pattern was made this way to give more authenticity to the song itself, to remark the older hip-hop beat pattern. By the way, this is the exact kick pattern. Moving on, we have this snare that sounds very much like some of the snare presets used in some of his earlier projects. Here's the exact snare pattern. Next, we have this, I think, rim shot? Yeah, I think it's a rim shot. Kinda distorted and muffled, but works good with the rest of the sounds. Here is the pattern. Next, we have this perk, which is not a perk, I'd say more of a combination between a rim and a hi-hat, I'd say. But anyways, here's the pattern. And finally, the last preset of this breakdown, this cut-off open hat that's played right here. Now, before playing all the drums together, we're gonna click on each drum pattern, head over to this French key icon, I think it's a French key, I don't know, I'm not a mechanic, and head over to level adjustments, where we'll need to slightly turn the volume up to make the kick louder. Now, we're going to do this for all the other drum presets. Now that we're done, the basic explanation would be that the drums play a crucial role in this song, and they need to be as loud as possible without actually making a distortion in the mix. Now, here's how all the drum patterns sound together. Now, before showing you the final result, I would much appreciate if you would drop a like and subscribe to reach out to more producers and music enthusiasts in general. Without no further ado, this is the final result. I hope that you enjoyed the video. In my opinion, the end result sounds pretty accurate, given the fact that I've broke down the whole beat in detail and that I've replicated the drum pattern itself. Before ending this video, I wanted to remind you that if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And by the way, stay tuned, because there's gonna be more breakdowns coming real soon. Until then, see you next time.